night call for the NRF2 activators. This is Steve, your co-host with Dr. Marvin. I certainly want to take and remind everyone, of course, that protandem is, we do not make claims that it is useful for the cure, treatment, diagnosis, mitigation, or prevention of any disease or sign or symptom of a disease. But we are pleased to say that protandem has been shown in over 30 laboratories to reduce oxidative stress an average of 40% in all mammal human beings in only 30 days, and the results continue to get better after that. So, Doc, what have you got to open up with tonight? What's on your mind?
Well, I was just going to say something about several things. One, this NRF2, people keep saying, what is NRF2? It's a protein messenger critical to fight against oxidative stress. And if you go to PubMed.gov, PUBMED.gov, you will see there's around 103 or 4,000 articles that will give you plenty of food and fodder to look at to see whether you think that there may be something in protandem listed there in oxidative stress that might be of benefit. There's two benefits, physical and financial. And more and more we're learning that to be real successful in this technology, you've got to focus on sometimes the financial. That has to be a part of it. Because this afternoon I heard a pro-10 say that we can't sustain a company this big without bringing at least the business model in. But what I want to do is, number one, I've been requested to mention that we may be closer and closer to the pet product. I had a man yesterday ask me if I thought it would be called protandem. Protandem. I don't really think so, because protandem means to synergize. The pet protandem would be sensible. It's sensitized and it synergizes to be more effective. So we're getting warmer vibrations about the pet product. I hear more and more about it, but no definite date, but stay tuned. And now that brings up another thing. Right now, the issue on the elite call this afternoon, we had a long elite telephone conference, and the emphasis is for each of us to emphasize the need and the help that the Elite Academy will give to each and every one of us. It's been proved that it will grow your business 5 times faster if you go to Elite Academies, because you'll learn people, you'll learn cross-line communication of techniques and things that work for other people, and you can select different things you'll learn and just facilitate you being more successful in this business. And that will go from the pro-10s, and they're going to have a pro-10 panel this year, and that's I'm waiting excitedly for, because you're going to get to see a group of pro-10s discuss how they built their business to that level. So that's going to be a treat. And there's many more new things that's going to come out during the Elite Academy in San Antonio. But they've got about 4 or 5 plans that they've presented to help each one of us get more of our people down there. Just for example, in my own situation, at Orlando, we had about 92 for my downline. It looks like it's going to be around 35, 36 this time in San Antonio. So we're trying to encourage more people to go to the Elite Academy, which will start at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And if you're an Elite member, of course, you know that Thursday nights when we have the Elite reception. But for all the other levels, it's going to start at 1 o'clock on Friday. And this will be something that you'll want to have your notebook that you get when you get registered, and you want to have everything ready to go, because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be shared this time help each other, and that's one thing I like about the elite level. That's Pro 7, 8, 9, and 10, is that these people get a percentage of the entire company profits each month, divided up among 130 people. Depending on what your rank is what percentage you get. For example, a 7 gets 1%, an 8 gets 2%, a 9 gets 3%, and a 10 gets 4% of the monthly profits that are being dispersed. So that'll give you an idea of different things you're going to find out. I found out many times things about presentation, how you talk to people, because you'll see different people from different walks of life and how they present. So, in the emphasis tonight is going to be on getting more people registered to go to San Antonio. I found out one little pearl that no one, even at the Life Vantage Corporation, knew. It's cheaper if you haven't bought your airlines ticket to fly from wherever you are to Austin and rent a car and drive it over to San Antonio. Because on the flights you save money. Now, there's also some buses going, and they're intending in the future maybe to really promote some buses coming to these elite academies. And one of the thoughts that's been done, you can buy your ticket on a bus, round trip, and depending on how far you are away from the site, whether it's Orlando or San Antonio or Las Vegas or San Diego or Salt Lake for the convention, you can get on the bus, buy your ticket. You may have one night in a hotel or motel, and it will be cheaper than air flight. Okay? Takes you a little longer. You're riding the bus. They're also mentioning that they may have one of the elites, that's 7, 8, 9, and 10, volunteer to be on the bus to answer questions and discuss the technology, the business, and the product, if anyone wants it. That's in the making. That's in the future. It's not going to, there's 2 buses, I believe, this year going to San Antonio. One leaves from California, goes through Las Vegas. The other one leaves from Salt Lake, and I don't know the towns it goes through. But you've probably been notified, or you can find out from the company through customer service what cities those go through if you haven't bought your airlines ticket. So, those are just some new things that I come across, Steve, that might help people. I was kind of surprised, and so was Ryan Thompson, that if you live, say, in Maine or where you do in Virginia, flying into Austin is cheaper than flying into San Antonio for some reason. So, if that helps anybody, great. And the other thing I wanted to mention tonight is that we are going to put the archives on a drastic hold again, except the recent one, and we're going to keep the ones that we've had that have no question about compliance. We have to do this periodically to keep everything within compliance in our archive. The older calls are more non-compliant, I was told, and then the recent ones. So that's something we're going to have to do. So don't, I just want you to be informed that there's going to be parts of those archives that are not going to be available. And so we can at least go through and separate. And even to the extent that, some people are recommending we do more freedom. But we have, we are, and we're going to see where we go. Okay?
Hello, Dr. Marvin. This is Richard in Texarkana. I came on late, so I hit the wrong code number. And I had 2 prospects on the line, Sandra and Wanda in Texarkana. They couldn't make the meeting when you were here, but I followed up and I have them on the line. So we know we got a late getting in. But you still there, Sandra?
No.
Okay. Now, I had it.
If you will hold on for just a moment, Richard, we'll let Dr. Marvin finish his introduction.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to let him know. So, yeah, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. Okay, I found it.
And the other thing,
You want to go ahead and just finish up your report there?
sure, there's going to be a another thing that's going to change. kccoffeeshop.com is going to have some changes to it. So that will be something we're working on at the present, but it's not available right now. So, saying that, we're going to tell you that at kccoffeeshop.com, the ABC Primetime DVD is available, and the two meetings, well, one meeting I guess is recorded by Robert Ellis will also be available, and the one that we made from the website of Marcel Niederhauser's napkin presentation will also be available on the website. So that's the house cleaning and everything else. And Steve, do you have any comments about what we've been talking about?
Let me add just a little more detail for the folks that may have missed the call on December the 18th, because we did a couple of calls back. That was call number 46, and that's where we did host our special guest, Robert Ellis, the CPA from Colorado, who is such an expert for multi-level marketing businesses and tax planning and tax preparation. And like Dr. Marvin said, that call is about an hour long, and it's going to be available at your KC Coffee Shop if you would like a copy of it. There's some great information on there about record keeping, types of entities that you want to consider for your business, and some other things about just general tax rules and so forth that I think people will find very helpful. He is a consummate professional, and we really appreciate his time. He did an outstanding job in that session that last Tuesday night. And if someone wants to listen to it online, it's call number 46 if you go to the recorded call. And of course, that's going to be available. And also, it will be available soon on KC Coffee Shop if it's not here already.
Sounds great.
Another thing, Doc, you mentioned a little bit about NRF2, and that's for a lot of folks, especially some new people that may be on the line there. There are oftentimes people are familiar with antioxidants because there's a buzzword with that. But NRF2 is being a new category, is it different? You want to take a few minutes and just address that, would you, Doc?
Okay, sure. Well, NRF2 is something that we have never heard of, right? Because we have never had anything that activated NRF2. And that is a protein messenger that you have in the cellular body. It's critical to protect your body against oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is very important. And let me just give you a little line right down to that pad of pencil and what you should have when you come to these calls on Tuesday night. I don't know where I was now. I got interrupted here. The NRF2 is very important. It protects you from oxidation and free radicals. And the oxidative stress is a new concept that's been researched at PubMed.gov. PubMed.gov. It's PubMed.gov. And it will give you 103 or 4,000 articles. 30% of those have been found in the last 3 years. So that's how new this whole science of the NRF2 activation through this wonderful product called Protando. these oxidants called free radicals. They wreak havoc on all the components of our cells, including the lipids, the proteins, and our DNA. It cleanses this cell, all 100 trillion of them. So the NRF2 can switch on protective genes and switch off genes that have a negative impact on health. There are ways to call NRF2 into action. Certain foods do it, especially fruits and vegetables such as broccoli will give you a brief stimulation of your NRF2 for approximately 24 hours. But there is another way to activate NRF2, and that's what we're talking about here when we mention protnadmin. It's much, much more powerful than the antioxidants you can get by consuming any fruits or vegetables yourself. So that's why it is so important. It's a protection, and we don't claim that it will cure or heal or diagnose or mitigate any disease in your body. We will say that it will benefit your body by its oxidative stress prevention of buildup, because it will lower the level of your oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. This has been proven over and over again. And as far as it'll work on all mammals, I've recently been told by the company that I shouldn't say all mammals, because it's never been tested in bats and never been tested in elephants, to my knowledge, and it's never been tested in whales. So we have to have those three exceptions left out, because to anybody's knowledge and comprehension, it has not been used in those three animals. But everybody that it has been used in all the different animals, it's worked, and it will work well. Now we also have at our disposal a product. See, we have one product, protnadmin, in two forms. One is a yellow tablet. You just take one a day. It costs you $40 a month. And the other form that it's in is called True Science. It protects your skin from free radical damage like the sun, the wind, and any other abrasion or onslaught that the skin gets. The sun is the most important. It will lift and firm and brighten and protect your skin tone. It will promote skin tone for a more youthful glow. I just saw a lady that was down in Texarkana this last weekend, and she had a glow in her face and skin. She's on tonight, and it was wonderful to see that. I wanted to take a picture of her face because I hadn't seen it so exemplified. And, you know, it slows aging, proven to slow aging, and the antioxidation will improve the dormancy of your skin's buildup of these toxins and radiation from the sun. It minimizes the appearance of fine lines in your skin. We don't talk enough about True Science. It's a wonderful product. It moisturizes and hydrates without an oily residue. That I can't stand. I can't stand on my face anything that's greasy or oil is a residue. This doesn't. This totally penetrates your skin. It's wonderful. And there's no oily residue left. It minimizes damage, effects that lead to the appearance of premature aging. You know, you can tell some people don't look like they're as old as they are. There's a lady that picked me up last night to take me to the north part of Kansas City to do a meeting, that I thought she was in her 40s. She isn't. She's either almost 60 or is 60. I had no clue. I couldn't believe that. And, you know, I never had a woman tell me she was older than she looked. But she told me because she was proud of the fact that I told her she looks like she's about 40. Well, she was older than that. Why? She's been using this for some time now. And, you know, it's just a great product. We don't talk enough about it. It isn't just another add-on to sell more product. It's a blessing that's been presented to us through Dr. McCord's work and a board-certified dermatologist in Denver, Colorado. Now, the other thing that I'd like to just present is how protandem gives glutathione to boost in your body. This is a very important principle, and you should pay attention to it. Glutathione is a major antioxidant produced by every cell in the body. It neutralizes free radicals by donating an electron and helps cells therefore function properly. Glutathione is also found in the cells of the immune system, which is responsible for combating any onslaught from any illness that comes through the cell. Glutathione also regulates the life essential nitric acid cycle. Now, a lot of people have never heard of the nitric acid cycle. In humans, nitric acid is an important molecule in many, many physiological functions and pathological processes, for example, in the liver. Nitrous oxide, for example, is crucial in protecting organs such as the liver. Well, when you take protandem, it elevates your intracellular glutathione 300%. So that's a protector of your liver and every cell in your body. Now, it's used in metabolism or your food and biochemical reactions. It speeds them on and protects their function. Every system in the body, I'm talking about systems like respiratory, cardiovascular, the neurological, gastrointestinal, all the systems, nitrous oxide is crucial, and also glutathione impacts the state of that system, everyone in your body, every metabolic and biochemical reaction. Glutathione also fights free radicals in the brain and links to bipolar disease, and even, it's been stated by the company, schizophrenia. When low, is accounted mostly to glutathione. Glutathione is present in many foods, including fruits, vegetables, meats, and grains. However, there's a very small portion of that is being impacted by eating fruits and vegetables, meats, and grains. What you need the glutathione, and we present that to you, is inside the cell. The evidence will suggest in biochemical circles and publications that protandem may be the best way ever found to increase cellular glutathione levels. A February 2009 study published in Free Radical Biology and Medicine, which is a very prestigious medical journal, conducted by researchers at the University of Colorado, Denver, in the Department of Medicine, showed protandem produced a 300% increase in intracellular glutathione. Now, this has been done over and over and over. And these 33 labs, I've been told, have found the same fact. Now, there's another enzyme that we many times overlook, and that's catalase. Catalase was first discovered in 1818 by Dr. Dinard. He became the first person to identify this second enzyme called catalase. He had discovered hydrogen peroxide suggested catalase was able to break down the peroxide form. Well, that's good because free radicals are an OH radical, and that is able to be broken down by catalase. We elevate the catalase with protandem in every cell of your body 54%. Proven by many labs. So, this is virtually all oxygen-breathing organisms will benefit from catalase. All oxygen-breathing organisms, by the way it works on the enzymes. So, I just wanted to share that with you. And the other enzyme is what I left for the last. It's the one Dr. Joe McCord discovered at Duke University getting his PhD, was superoxide. superoxide dismutase. So we have three enzyme systems that protect you that are in every cell of your body. Superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase. Now, it also is, for some people may be interesting, recent studies done in research labs indicate that low levels of catalase may be a big factor in the graying of your hair. Now, there's some people that enjoy gray hair and some people that don't. But it may be a big factor. In fact, I've had several people that have had spots in front or back of their hair start turning back this normal color. And we've mentioned this before. That's been shown. And we elevate the catalase in every cell of your body 54%. So that's just kind of a discussion of what this SOD, superoxide dismutase, and what it will do. And there's three forms of it, but you don't need to go into all that. But that'll give you an idea, Steve, of just the importance of the NRF2 activation cycle and the fact that we elevate the superoxide dismutase 36% in everybody's cells, all 100 trillion. We elevate their catalase 54% in every cell of your body. And we elevate the glutathione, the greatest antioxidant in existence, and this is inside your cell. And we activate it for 14 days. Now, it hit 300%. So that just kind of gives you a rundown of the different things that we have found the efficacy of this technology known as protnadmin, meaning to synergize. Now, the phytochemical ingredients is what does the work of this master regulator called NRF2. And I mentioned all 5 of the ingredients. The bacopa, the milk thistle, the green tea, the turmeric, and the ashwagandha. Now, each one of those ingredients have been used 2,000 to 4,000 years in India and in China. So we have a real good track record of the safety and efficacy. I wanted to mention tonight that I had a experience over the Christmas holiday. On Saturday before Christmas, I got a frantic call from New York City. And it was the father that had discovered when he got home from work, his wife was asleep, and the 4-year-old had pushed a chair up to a table, climbed up on it, and got a bottle of protnadmin that had 10 tablets in it. When he got home, his child was asleep. But he noticed that this bottle had 10 tablets. He found fragments of 2 pills, and that was it. She had consumed and chewed up and swallowed 8 tablets of protnadmin in one setting. So he called me very worried about the condition of his daughter, and so was his wife. So I called Dr. McCord on Saturday afternoon. He first said, this has never happened before, in my knowledge. But he said children usually refuse to chew up a tablet or a piece of a tablet of protnadmin. They just don't want to do that. This little girl chewed up 8 and swallowed them. So, he said, I can assure you and assure the family there's no toxicity to worry about. She will be fine. But he said, I'd recommend you just touch base with them about every hour or so, so their anxiety can come down. I called the father and talked to him about this. He had, by that time, remembered that this was her normal nap time. So when he woke her up, she wanted to go back to sleep. So he let her. I called him about 4 times, about an hour, hour and a half apart, till the evening. She was perfect. Had no nothing, no vomiting, diarrhea, nausea. She was normal. He said, my daughter is perfect. There's no evidence of any change in her. So the next morning, Sunday, Dr. McCord texted me and asked me if I would check on our girl, quote unquote, in New York City. So I did. And the father says, our daughter's perfect. She's our daughter. No evidence she ever took anything. And so he was very relieved that Dr. McCord was that concerned and that I was that concerned. So I want to share that with you because, again, there's people on that haven't heard that. And I think it's important because some people are scared to take a supplement. And in fact, about 2 or 3 days later, I had a lady call me and said she was having a reaction with the first pill. I said, what kind of reaction? She said, I think my heart was racing and I saw flashing lights. Well, I shared with her a 4-year-old could take 8 tablets and have no adversity. I thought maybe hers might be possibly due to the anxiety of taking something new she didn't know or understand. So, I just wanted to share that experience for those that happened to be on tonight that didn't hear it last week. So, anyhow, Steve, do you have any other questions that you would like to ask me?
No, I think what we'll do is open it up for our listeners to ask some questions, perhaps share some stories. Doc, are there any guidelines that you want to express tonight?
Yes.
Free and forward?
We don't, at this point, I would rather not have any testimonies of anything other than they have been improved physically, they've had physical benefits from using protnadmin, period. The other thing, you can do any testimony on financial relief that you've received from protnadmin LifeVantage. So, physical benefits improved, financial benefits received. And you can ask me any question if you want to, except I'm not going to answer questions specific for disease. What we've done up until this point here recently is refer you to pubmed.gov, pubmed.gov. Go on, and Steve will probably go over this again. Put in oxidative stress and whatever your concern is, and if it has involved oxidative stress, you can look up the articles that it's involved with and see the effects. That's a government website. It's not a LifeVantage website. It's a separate website, and you'll be compliant if you do it that way. And we've tried to do that once, Steve, for about 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, we've worked at it, Doc. It's a good source of information, and it'll let people draw their own conclusions and connect dots and see a whole new world that's opened up before them.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to unlock the lines, make them available, and if you would like to come on the call and speak, we ask you to please star 6 your telephone, and we'll unmute you, and after you're done, please star 6 yourself again. We ask you please not to use speakerphones because we are recording this call.
Unmuted. Muted.
Okay, we're open up. You want to star 6 and ask a question or share a story?
Dr. Marvin, could you please explain the detoxification and when it occurs and what the outline?
Yes. And if you will email me, I'll send you an article.
Okay, great.
That I wrote about.
When the latest can occur and as soon as it can occur, anything with the timing of it.
Okay.
People get on it for a while and it's fine and then have problems with that.
Yes. Okay, here's the situation with the cleansing effect. When your body has accumulated over the years free radicals, which develop into toxins that damage your cells, when you start taking something that activates the 3 enzyme systems, it causes a tremendous amount of these free radicals to come out. Now, the timing, I've seen it happen within 4 or 5 days. I've seen it happen in 6 or 8 months because as you go on, there's more cleansing goes on. And the key to this is do not increase the number of protnadmin you take. Don't go to 2 or 3, but go down half or 6 or an 8 because it's causing too many toxins to come out all of a sudden. And you want to drink at least, if you're an adult, 64 ounces of water a day to wash it out of your system. Now, if you have kidney problems and are on water restriction, don't take more than your doctor has recommended. Like some people in renal failure can only take 30 ounces or 35 ounces or whatever. Do what your doctor says about restricting water. But if you have no water restriction, the normal 150-pound human being needs 8-ounce glasses of water per day. And I don't like to count tea, pop, or anything else in that. This is water. Clear, blue water. There's never been anybody improve on water. So, that's what it is, and it happens at different rates in different people. I've talked to different doctors that say they feel that if it comes out quick, it's not bad news, it's good news, it's working rapidly in your body, and you just have to cut out down the amount, but you're going to get a tremendous feeling of goodwill. You're going to be sleeping better, and you're going to have more energy. If you just cut down the pill, say to like the 4th or 6th, and then go up very slowly, drinking those 64 ounces of water, spend 2 or 3 weeks in each portion, like a 6th, a 4th, or whatever, and you spend your time there. 2 to 3 weeks at each level, and when you get up to a full pill, then we'll be over that phase. Most likely, you need to drink the extra water because it can come up later again. Rarely do I see 2 or 3 episodes of cleansing, usually just 1. But when it happens, it can be anything up to 8 months. I've talked to Dr. McCord face to face about this, and he has shared different aspects of it with me, and he's going to try maybe to have more on that in the future. Now, here's the problem. If he makes the tablet so it has less cleansing, it'll have less effect. We don't want that. So the thing is to cut down the pill, increase the water, and set diet. Now, you need to tell people, I've got news today of 2 people that have quit taking it, because they don't understand this, and they're going to keep their toxins, because they just feel that news. Well, it's good news. So, I will send someone, if they email me, and I think I've sent it to about everybody I can think of, a copy of the cleansing reaction. And Steve, I'm sure, has it, and will also. And we're just trying to get it out to everybody.
Doctor, we'll send a copy. We may try to get it up there so it's downloadable off your website.
I think it's on my website. You might try, folks, before you email me for a copy. I believe it's on my website. You may have to just look and find it. Probably
It's on drmarvin.com, right?
Yeah, drmarvin.com.
Okay. Wanda, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I'm wanting to know if you can tell me if you already mentioned pub.net, .gov, but I'm dealing with 45% blockage on left kidney and afibrillation.
There's articles in there.
There are articles under the pub.net, .gov.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I should go to find out as to whether or not I can use it for tandem.
Right. Yes. Right.
Okay, so overall, would you say that there will be articles that will permit me to use it?
Yes. You'll have to look at it.
Okay, not a problem. I just wanted to know if it would address those issues.
Go for it.
Thank you. Okay.
Sandra, did you have a question?
Tell me what it does for the joints. If they can't hear me because I did not hear.
Okay.
Well, whatever kind of joint problem you have, go to pubmed.gov and put that in with oxidative stress and see if that's part of it. pubmed.gov.
I've further instructed now.
Yeah, you can help them with it.
Sir?
You can help them.
Oh, yes, I will.
Okay, anybody else have questions?
Yeah, Richard, if you go on there and search oxidative stress and put either joint pain or if it happens to be some other named issue like arthritis or whatever, you'll find a lot of different resources that you'll see or connect the dots.
Right, okay. Don't forget to send me that card, that business card. Steve.
What card?
Don't forget to send me that card, the business card.
I thought I gave you one down there.
No, I got yours, Dr. Marvin. Steve was gonna send me his.
Oh, okay, Steve. He wants to get your business card.
Yeah, Richard, you'll have to give me shoot me an email and I'll send you the contact info.
Send your email? Okay. I have to figure out what your email is.
Okay, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you at the end before the call's over.
Yeah, Richard Thursday gave me one that day. That was a very, that was a very good lecture on the nurse, doctor.
Oh, thank you.
It says it was.
Okay, thank you,
What's
Richard.
the name of the product that the lady was using?
True Science. It's called True Science Anti-Aging Cream.
Oh, thanks.
I got some.
Okay.
Dr. Marvin, yes. A person asked me the other day, best way to describe how protandem is so effective with people with pain in general. It's anti-inflammatory action. That's what I said to him, so I guess I'm on the right page. Sure. Inflammation is the source of pain. This is a very effective anti-inflammatory. Okay? Anybody else? Hi, Dr. Marvin. How you doing? Fine. This is Bert Broy. Hi, how are you? I'm doing wonderful, my friend. I just wanted to say that LifeVantage has been absolutely life-changing for me and my wife. We had some very good health benefits. Good. We felt very many financial benefits that have set us free in a matter of 2.5, 3 years. So by being able to share a brand new scientific discovery with many people that we love and care about, it's an awesome opportunity to set a lot of people free with their financial freedom also, my friend. Hey, Bert, you're one of the highlights of my life when I got into this program, and you're still a delight, and so is your wife. They're both Adina and myself, and I'm so appreciative you being on the call tonight. I'm pretty wound up for San Antonio. Are you ready to go? I'm heading out Friday morning. We're going to work our way down there and see if we can share with another few hundred people on the way down. Are you going horseback? Huh? Are you going to go horseback? No. Sounds like something. Well, let me tell you, Bert is a real life cowboy. And I just thought maybe he was going to ride a horse down there and he can do a lot of talking. Bert, why don't you, would you take a second and say, and let the people know in the 2.5 years that you and your wife have been involved in this business, how many lives you've been able to touch because of your LifeVantage business? Absolutely. It's phenomenal. We actually only personally sponsored so far 24 people into our LifeVantage business, and helping those 24 build their teams, training them, mentoring them, working with them, doing whatever it took to help them be the best they can be. We have over 12,000 people on our team today. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a blessing. Absolutely. Just to help that many people
team are customers. 30% are distributors, and that's unheard of in the network marketing field.
I know. This is a phenomenal organization, business. It's just changing lives every day, Bert, and I am so excited that you got on my call, and you can get on and talk as much as you want to anytime you want to.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Marvin. I'm sitting here with a couple brand new distributors tonight. They were looking on Big Blue, training on Big Blue, and I said, wow, we're going to get on Dr. Marvin's call. So that's awesome, and you all are a blessing. You and your wife are absolutely a blessing for our families and the Life Managed family, my friend. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
And I am on the bill.
I know you are. Hallelujah. Have you seen the video of Zamora the horse?
Yes.
Half a tablet, and in 3 days, this horse is running in a pasture. Half a tablet a day for 3 days, and the horse who'd been suggested to be put down is out there. He's an Arabian with his tail cocked in the air, running all over the pasture. Isn't that amazing?
That is totally amazing, and there's no placebo effect there either.
You know, Bert, I had a lady who loves horses, had an expert in horses look at that video 4 or 5 times to make sure they hadn't switched horses. The markings are identical.
That is phenomenal.
So if you want to, if you want to
use the half a tablet?
I guess it's just they wanted to test it, wanted to test people for courses. No one any reason. If a half a tablet can work in an 1,100-pound animal, that just proves the efficacy of protnadmin. But, you know, if folks, if any of you on the call have not seen that YouTube video, go to YouTube and put in Zamaro, Zamora, the horse with protnadmin. And you'll see that video, which will just do a number on you to show how quick a horse that can barely get around is out running in the pasture. When I saw it, I wanted to go take another pill. Well, thanks a million, Bert. You can come on this call anytime you want. You can be in charge of the call and do it if you want. I mean, you know, I think so much of you and your wife is just an admiration society for Audine and I. And I've got a big hat like that, but I've never had nerve enough to wear it at a elite academy, but someday I'm going to.
Well, we're going to San Antonio. There's no better time to start, my friend.
You're right. You're right. Well, is anybody else? I look forward to seeing both of you and any people you have. Anybody else have a question or anything?
Is that Gary?
Yes.
My name is Neil Hirsch. I've been on Canada a little over 30 days now. I have to say I had great success with the removing exocytinitis from both my elbows. I'd say that it's probably 90% better than it was.
Great. It's only 3 days?
No. I'm a little over 30 days now. Still took about 3 weeks to really kick in.
Yeah, it's got different speeds and, you know, for different people. Well, thank you, sir. I'm sure down the amount you take.
Okay. No, I had no such effects whatsoever. I just didn't catch the first part what you said.
Yeah. It's only about 8% of the people that have that, maybe less, 7 to 8%. Because I'm a physician, I get called about it a lot. But, you know, on a percentage basis, it's very small.
And I had one other thing I wanted to say. I also had been smoking recently, and I couldn't tell you for sure if it was Protandim or not, but I have to say it was easier than it's ever been. And I just didn't think of it anymore.
We've been told that it breaks the addiction cycle in the brain. The habituation, the addiction cycle. And, you know, I've had that before. People tell me.
Yeah, my friend Debbie was telling me about that also as well. First, they introduced me to this product. Thank you. I appreciate you answering my question. Good stuff.
Okay, so that's why we have the call on Tuesday night.
Dr. Marvin,
Yes.
75-year-old lady got cancer when she was 15, and her legs were so swollen, strokes and just heart failure, not a big. And she went from a 58 measurement by the nurse down to a 50 on her right leg, and
Wow.
52 on her left leg. And I gave it to her around about the middle of December. And she told me this a week ago.
Wow. That's a good result.
She's quite happy. They've been like that for over a year and a half.
Well, it just helps your body function better, look better, and feel better. That's just what it does. It doesn't affect anything. We don't profess it cures, treats, or mitigate disease in any way, shape, or form. And it just makes your body healthier. It activates, Dr. McCord says, these survivor genes that helps your body work. And we quote that, and we don't say it cures, treats, or mitigates any disease. So thank you so much, Richard, for that story. Anybody else have anything to add?
Marvin, I want to ask a question about stroke victims.
Who?
Stroke victims who've had stroke.
Oh, stroke.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll tell you, that's being researched at the present time by Harvard Medical School. They're doing a post-stroke study, research with protnadmin. And so it hasn't been published yet, so stick around. You can look up on PubMed.gov, stroke dash oxidative stress, and see what comes up. Or post-stroke syndrome oxidative stress. I myself have never gone there, but I'm sure Steve has. And Harvard is studying that, and we'll soon have something in the way of a published peer-reviewed study on that absolute subject. In the meantime, I would give it to go ahead, Steve.
With oxidative stress and stroke as a search term, you end up with 1,967 articles.
1,967 articles about it, man. That'll give you some reading. So, you bet.
Hello, Dr. Marvin?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, this is Jacqueline from Mississippi. I wanted to report that my husband has been in transportation 40 years as a truck driver. And past 8 to 10 years, he has had medical issues. For those that know what you can and can't do in transportation, as of his physical Monday, he got a perfect report. Rather than a 1-year return, he got a 2-year return.
Wow. Well, that's wonderful. That's great. We appreciate that. That really tells us, it gives us edification about this product. Thank you so much for that. we appreciate those kind of things and those stories. And his body's functioning better. And that's what this is all about. Go ahead.
How long has the product been on the market?
It's been available about 9, getting close to 10 years. It was first available on the shelves of CVS pharmacies and some health food stores, but because of its new technology, people didn't recognize what it was good for, and there was no incentive for these stores to train their people in what it was doing. So, in the last, soon to be 4 years, this spring, it's been in personal sales, direct sales, and then the people selling it in home sales process study it and explain it to people, and therefore the sales have increased because you're getting out to people and explaining to them in detail why they should take it and why their body needs it. And everybody's body needs it. Even though you think you're totally healthy, you can always have a checkup of your body with a nutrient. And this is what this does. It's an intracellular shampoo. Cleans out every cell in your body.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. You bet.
Dr. Martin?
Yes.
Hi, this is Rochelle. I know that there was a lady that was asking about stroke fitness. My son actually has cerebral palsy. He had a stroke in utero right before birth, and he has actually been on Protandim for a year now, and he also has epilepsy as well. He is completely off his epilepsy medicine, and he goes through all of his therapies, speech and OT and PT and everything, and his therapists are now asking me if I've done something different in the last year because he's making such good progress.
Great. That's wonderful.
I also had, and then as far as me, I have stage 3 osteoarthritis, and I noticed a huge difference in my pain level and my migraines. I've had 4 in the last year, and when I started, I was having them on a daily basis. And I'm off all of my pain medicines, and my pain was so bad on a level of 1 to 10. There were so many days I was at a 10 that I couldn't lift my own son. So it made a huge difference
Right.
physically.
Now, let me ask you something. Go ahead. Did you take your... Okay, go ahead.
I also have severe bipolar, and I've done a lot of research on cosmetics showing the correlation between oxidative stress and the lower glutathione levels, like you were talking about. That's one thing I haven't noticed a huge change in, I guess. I'm on a really high dose of Lamictal and Wellbutrin. But I've heard differing suggestions of, I've had some people say that if you up the dosage in Protandim, it might work better, and then I've had some people say that it wouldn't make any difference at all. So I didn't know.
Okay. Let me answer. I need to ask you 2 questions, or tell you one and ask you one. Number 1, you can't go up to 2 a day. You take it to morning with food with fat in the food, some of it fat. And again, about 7 hours later, you can take the second one. You do that for 2 weeks, then you go back to 1 a day for 2 weeks, then you can go up to 2 a day again. There's no hazard of it taking too much. It will help taking 2 a day in some people, and you would be a candidate. Now, the question I have, your son is off of all of his seizure medicine. Did his doctor take him off?
Well, after a year of being seizure-free, he basically said that it was up to us to decide if we wanted him off.
Good. Yeah.
And so it hit a year, which was about a month before he was on Protandim. So it's been about a month seizure-free, and then he hasn't had a seizure since. He started having seizures at 20 months old, and he's 5 and a half now. But every time we tried before, he'd make it a year or a little over a year, and then he'd start having seizures again. So it'll be 2 years and you're actually wanting to go and do the EEG, and if that comes clean, he'll be down to because I'm in Idaho, so we go down to primary children's with Salt Lake, and they told us if the EEG is 5, then we're down every 2 years going down to his neurologist, and when he was a baby, we were going 4 times a year, so that's huge.
Well, the reason I asked you, ma'am, was we don't recommend here anybody taking themselves off of seizure medicine without approval by their doctor.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that point, you know. But we don't want to interfere with your doctor's treatment of any disease at all because we don't claim to cure, treat, or mitigate any disease in any way or any form. So I want you to tell me that so that for the sake of other people who might get the wrong idea. Thank you so much for that great story.
Have you had any good results with autism?
The autism, I think I'd go to PubMed.gov and see the effects in oxidative stress. Steve may know how many articles there is.
You come up with 158 articles.
158 articles on autism and oxidative stress, ma'am. Okay.
Hi, Doc. This is Richard in Redding, California.
Yes, how are you, Richard?
Oh, I'm good, my friend. You're going to have a lot of people looking at the horse after you said that, and I want to make a comment. Well, it's so unbelievable when you see this that that's going to be the reaction. People are going to say, well, wait a minute, is this put on? Is this real? We're in Northern California, and we have what we call Super Saturday here. I was doing a little training for some of our dealers there, and I had no idea this was happening, but that horse is in Northern California, in our part of the country, and the lady that owned that horse was there. She was very emotional. I want people to know that's the real video. I talked to the lady. It's just like it shows, and it will blow you away when you see it.
Yes, it will. That's a great, great video to show people. And I don't see how that could be any better. It's a wonderful example. And the horse had no placebo effect, as somebody said.
Certainly not. And seeing the owner and the emotion that she put forward and knowing that this was done in our part of the country, I just want folks to know that when they see that, you can take that to the bank. It's a real experience.
Yeah. It's a real thing. That's true.
Like Palacedro in the picture, Richard.
Yes, sir. Raise my kids out there.
You can recognize the background picture, Steve?
You look at it like me.
Should be. We can almost see Merle Haggard's house there.
Okay.
I wanted to pass that on because that's one of the most remarkable things I've seen about this product. I've had some wonderful things happen to me, but boy, that horse gets cake. I hope people go to it and look at it.
Yeah, every veterinarian in the country should see that.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks a lot, Doc. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Dr. Martha, this is Karen Hudson, South Berwick, Maine.
Yes.
I sent a message over Facebook. I have a new friend who's 84 years old, and he's very, very, very interested in taking Protandim. He's also right now taking other supplements, and he's a little concerned about doing too much of, mixing different supplements, and wanted some advice as far as.
Okay. Here's the thing. The only problem that you will have with interaction with Protandim, it has no drug interactions. Number 2, supplements. The only caution we have, do not take any of the ingredients in Protandim. That's milk thistle, bacopa, turmeric, green tea, and ashwagandha. Do not take any of those 5 ingredients an hour before, but wait an hour after, and you can take all you want. An hour before and an hour after, you should not take any of those ingredients. other supplements you can take. Because all of the antioxidants are direct antioxidants because we have the only one. And this so much more effective than any direct antioxidant. You know, it just does its own thing without any interaction with this product.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, what time is it, Steve?
Well, Doc, it's about that hour of the night when we probably ought to say good night to all of our folks and call it a wrap. We're considerably past the hour.
Could we get a copy of website for the horse? I'd like to see it. Yeah.
Here's a suggestion, and I don't have it in front of me, but if you simply do a search for Zamora, Zamora, and the word protandem and YouTube, you'll find that video will come up.
Excellent. Thank you.
And that again, for everyone's benefit, is Zamora, Zamora. And then search for Zamora, protandem, YouTube, and you'll find it. It's about a 3-minute video, and I really appreciate Richard's comments because everything about it is really outstanding, and it's nice to have a validation, Richard, that you spoke to the owner.
That's great. I appreciate it, Richard.
But of course,
okay.
I want to call it a wrap, Doc. Remind everyone, of course, that Protandim is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent a disease. In the United States of America, only a drug is able to do that according to our laws. But we do know that Protandim reduces oxidative stress, and it's one of the most effective nerve 2 activators that exists. It's a category unto itself.
Right.
So we're gonna.
I want to invite everybody that possibly can to come to San Antonio to the Elite Academy next week. And I want to say, we don't profess that Protandim diagnoses, treats, cures, or mitigates any disease in any form on this telephone conference. We want to make that very, very clear. And we'll be here again next Tuesday night. And we wish you all a good weekend. And go out there and help people with this product and help yourself as you take it, both physically and financially. And we'll see you again next week.
And of course, everyone, tonight's call is call number 48. It'll be up momentarily on the website for replay. So the current call. And the other one that you may be interested in, of course, is the call of the CPA Richard Ellis and his tax recommendations for you. And that's call number 46. So we want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and we'll look forward to see you next Tuesday on this call. And for
What number is this one?
this call tonight is call number 48. And for those folks in Virginia, we do have Super Saturday training in Warrenton this coming Saturday from 1 to 4 for new distributors, starting with an opportunity fee. And there'll be 3 different teachers for that event, myself and Dr. Mark Chopin, plus Melissa Parks. So we want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and good night to all, and again, a Happy New Year.
Good night and God bless Dr. Marvin and Steve.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Your conference recording has stopped.